roll. And can't spell draw without putting that roll.
Draw backwards on all you rappers. Draw backwards on all you rappers.
Every week, because normally the DJ doesn't cue in the applauses on time, but today they was right on point. So I appreciate it. Thank you to all my fans and all you 86 people that's listening today, because it's a beautiful thing. You feel me? Like, people think 86 is a small number when you're talking about millions, but if I can touch 86 lives and tell my kids I touched 86 lives, that's an accomplishment. So, and we hope to get to 100. I don't know, man. We had like 200 views on YouTube, and then it went down to 86 last episode. I don't know what happened, but I wanted my 200. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if they was invisible people. I wanted them.
We get over like 700 on Instagram though on my shit.
So no, your Instagram go live, and I know you took a break from Instagram, and I understand all that shit. You trying to be all Old Testament, nigga. Get back on Instagram. Make 118 videos a day, nigga. Nigga, you need to die.
Enough about that, man. We gotta talk about our special guest up in here right now.
Man, get to it, man. We got my man in the house, man. Gene, talk to him.
Gene,
shout him out.
Talk to him, man.
Man, all right, we got a special guest, man. He's actually wrote for some of your biggest artists, you feel me? Some I can't talk about because, you feel me, he be under pressure, you feel me? Because a lot of these motherfuckers, you don't even know that they songs be written for them and shit, and it be the homie right next to me that wrote the fire. Right. And we never, like, I got credit for Hits Blunt, you feel me? I created that, but I never got my credit. It's niggas under here that's created legendary shit, you'll never know. We got one of them here with us, man. My man Gene came out to bless us. He been here early, he got here on time. I was late smoking, and he gonna talk to us about the industry and all that good shit. You feel me? What's going on, right, Playboy? No, I'm doing good, baby. I'm doing better than you here. You feel me? Because normally it's just a bunch of E-listers, and now you feel me? Like you take.
But hold on now. We got a special guest host too. Don't forget.
Yes. Oh, Domo, man. This ain't no special guest host, man. This family and shit.
Play me like that.
Man, this
she's special to me. I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen next to her, man.
Our host is out the house, and I had to call my sister-in-law down here and shit. She part of the TDE family, man. She been around the camp forever. Shout out TDE, everything like that. But Domo, man, this is family and friends. Probably before the camp even got started, man. Her brother, you know, Dave Free. Shout out Dave Free. Can we get applause for the big homie?
Yeah.
Damn it, DJ. It's cool though, but fuck it though. Y'all all know my man Dave Free, but I you know, I don't know. We went to Stephen White together and shit like that.
Lord.
Back when he was just DJ Dave, you feel me? And then Danita had her little party like 8th grade, DJ Dave, DJing the whole joint, you feel me? Danita uncle sneaked some little rum and shit in the punch bowl. We all drunk 8th grade. Oh, you gotta know, DJ Dave, your brother on the floor with Ray Ray.
Mama, you know you
shout out Shinneray Beckway. No, talk to us. Tell us about your crazy brother. I know he ain't right. I've been to some fades with him too. I've been to a couple rumbles with your brother and some more shit.
Oh Lord, I don't know nothing about it. He did some scandalous things to me. He know what he did.
No, he was.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about. No, we ain't gonna talk about. Let's get back to G Noble, baby. G Noble in the building,
raw vision, Dave. We coming for you, nigga.
We gonna talk about.
I got your motherfucking sister down here hostage at the Raw station.
Oh Lord,
Gene gonna sing your ass up out of here. You either gonna sign the homie or your sister up in here locked up forever, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
So, Gene, man, how you feeling? You told me you flew in from a flight from Houston, right?
Yeah, I had a show in Houston last night.
Okay, your show, how did that go?
It was amazing, man. It was amazing. That was actually my second show in Houston. So, it was cool. I mean, it was just all love. It was real cool. Good vibes, packed house.
Where was the show? I know they had South by Southwest and all that shit going on. Where was the show at?
So, I actually don't remember the name of the venue.
Oh wow.
It's an event called First Monday Houston. And they bring a different act every month. And
shout out Queen B. That's her city, right?
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm part of Beehive. Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's funny because, like, depending on your age, Queen Bee means two different things.
How old are you, first of all? Let people know. Okay. If you want to give that up, though, because I look 18 and I'm really like 31.
Yeah, I think I'm right, 32. So, but I'm not going to give that up. You know what I'm saying?
We 24-year-olds in this motherfucker.
They,
what does it mean? Beehive. Beehive is two different meanings. I really want to know.
Not Beehive. Queen Bee.
Queen Bee.
Okay.
I'm from New York, so Queen Bee is Little Kim.
Oh, that's
okay.
sure. Can I be honest? The drunk coma took over me. I didn't want to be stupid, but I was like, the first Queen Bee I do remember is Lil Kim. This go out to my niggas in jail.
Yeah.
He make dicks to double XL.
Shout out, yeah. How album was what's that? La Bella Mafia, whatever.
La Bella Mafia.
Yeah, that was my shit, bro. That was the
that's
one.
massive stuff.
So how you feel about on that note? How you feel about Nicki Minaj? I don't know if that's also.
No, she's amazing. She's amazing.
She's the new Queen Bee though, and you said it's two Queen Bees.
I'm
and
sorry,
it's
what?
three Queen
Bee.
Bees.
Excuse me?
Shit, Beehive.
Excuse me.
No. Well,
What?
first of all, don't they call? Doesn't Beehive call Beyonce King Bee? Don't they call her King?
They
Bee?
call it. Man, you
no,
can
I
tell
don't
me
know
anything.
that.
I thought they do, but I don't know.
Beehive changed up so. Wait a
I call
minute.
it the
They just
Queen
changed up
Bee.
so much.
Okay.
Man, we just had a show on transgenders.
Hold on.
Don't tell me
because
the
you know they
Queen Bee
come
is
after
King
you
Bee.
real
No,
tough.
I ain't trying to start no rumors. No, but
They call her King Bee now.
Bee.
They call her God Bee now.
I mean, she's
I pray
incredible.
Beyonce. Oh shit. All right.
Man, this is deep.
So we got. I ain't gonna lie. I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
one. Little
Yeah, I know.
Kim is the first Queen
Yeah,
Bee
she is,
for
she
sure,
is.
and you got to pay homage because ain't nobody been paying homage to
Absolutely,
Little
man.
Kim. She'll tell you that, but I fucked with Lil Kim back in the
fuck
day.
with
I was
her,
a clown
man. Yeah,
because she
dancer.
don't look
I
the same
shook a
no
lot of
more.
ass to Lil Kim dog back
She
in my
sure
day.
don't.
That's
I
because she
did
don't
the-
look
She
the
don't
same
look
no
the
more.
same,
You don't
you
really
know
pay
what I'm
homage to
saying?
no more.
Oh, she looked like oh boy, what's that motherfucking
Jigsaw.
that
We not about to do her like this.
Yikes.
Oh, come on.
I was finna say the
on.
baseball player that dyed his skin
Sammy
white. What?
Sosa.
Sammy Sosa. She looked like Sammy Sosa. now.
I think some of the pictures be really worse than others because when I've seen her in person, it don't. look
It don't look that bad?
honestly,
So I think they be trying to
Okay.
get her. They be
Hey,
trying to
They
get her.
do me like that because I got this sty on my eye right now. I'm supposed to get removed. But like, if you get a good picture of me and you put the
catch the
filter
right
on
angle,
it,
right?
nigga, you don't even see the sty. But if you get the worst, I look like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, and they be like, "Oh, don't
Right.
paint the picture. No, it's already hard."
Absolutely, it can't be all about angles and stuff too. Because sometimes my head look a lot longer than what it is.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? My lips look like they a lot bigger than hanging
know
off
what
my
I mean?
face. than
They
what
give them
are.
10
You know
pounds.
what
They
I
say the
mean?
camera had 10 pounds
It's
to your
tricky.
lips.
It's tricky at times.
Yeah. When you take your selfie and somebody else take a picture of you, you can see the difference right
Yeah,
there. You
absolutely.
catch
Like,
your
okay,
right
I'm
angle.
gonna catch myself in love.
Yeah.
TMZ, they looking for likes and comments and disrespect. If you looking
You
for that,
came
you
out
gonna
the crack
find
house.
my motors is fucked up and my teeth ain't all right. You gonna find everything wrong if that's what you looking for. But catch me in my Fetty Wap. Catch me in my little Offset. Catch me in
Yeah.
the moment.
Offset.
Catch me in the moment. Don't just
He said
disrespect
my
the
little
life.
Put my
You
Offset.
feel me? They want to catch me in my Jeepers Creepers mode and shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't do me like that. So music wise, I do want to talk. I'm gonna be honest. It's a hip hop era, and I'm not a big fan of hip. I'm always gonna be a hip hop lover, but right now I can't say it's too much. I'm really loving right now, other than the homies.
I always love R&B.
R&B never gets old, but
Never.
R&B to me, and this is just my opinion,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is raw vision.
Yeah.
And I get drunk just so I can speak my heart and give it to you. R&B has not been the same, like, you know what I
Since
mean?
when?
And that's because we old niggas, and
Right.
so I do see the transition where I become an old nigga. You know, the Temptations ain't what it used to be. David Ruffin. I'm like, damn. And now I'm this nigga to where like I hear the R&B and it's niggas I appreciate. It's a lot of motherfuckers in the game right now doing their shit, but R&B is something I love, and I do feel like it's an art we got to cherish right now in a bullshit generation right now. We can lose that. And that's the love music. That's why I feel like we missing right now in this generation. You make the love music, so and you've produced for a lot of big artists. I don't know if you can name a couple, but I've been down your. I went on your Wikipedia. You feel me? I checked you out. If you want to tell the people where to follow you at.
Yeah, at I am Gene Noble, IAMGENENOBLE. But yeah, I work with Chris Brown, Jason Derulo, Usher, Jay-Z, Alicia Keys,
That's dope.
Okay.
Diddy.
Them is class. Them is people I grew up on and appreciate. And for you working in that genre, I know you had your hit song out 2016 and shit that went out for your own radio playlist. What was it? Only Love?
Only Love, yeah.
Only
Pitbull and
Love,
Shaggy,
man.
yeah.
I definitely check that out, man. That's dope.
Thank you.
But as far as you in the R&B genre now, like, and I get to talk with somebody that's actually in that field, like you just heard his resume. He really versed in that field. Where do you feel like the state of R&B is at right now?
Well, you're probably going to be surprised by the fact that I actually think R&B is in a great place.
That's dope. Okay.
Speak on it.
And
Let me
the
shut the
reason
fuck
why-
up then.
No. The reason
Put your hands
I
on
feel like that is because, first of all, R&B is influencing everything. So like when I'm writing for pop acts, when I'm writing for white acts or all this other stuff. I'm writing R&B songs. You know, Justin Bieber's everything's R&B.
For sure.
Selena Gomez, everything's R&B.
For sure.
Taylor Swift, everything's rooted in R&B. Everything is R&B. So it's
hip hop right
the
now.
issue is that
Migos
it's-
got a little R&B
for
to
real,
it.
hip hop for sure, because everybody sing rap.
Yeah, Nipsey-
you know?
Nipsey on this album
Everything's
singing
got a-
right now.
Yeah, everything's got a melody to it. Everything's got a story to it. I think so. I think it's a good time for R&B. I think the face of R&B has just changed. It's a space now where when we're talking about R&B, I'm in the same category as Future and a Drake and as a Amigo.
Right.
That's the
I
new
agree.
R&B. The Weeknd. That's the new
I
R&B.
agree.
So we just have to recognize that the what we're missing is the diversity. That's what we're missing. It like before you could have a Jodeci and a Boyz II Men and a this solo artist and a this and a that. Right. So we had so many options. You know what I'm saying? You was always gonna get your ratchet shit from Kels. You was gonna get that. Like, but you always you had other options. Now you don't have like a Maxwell, a D'Angelo, a R. Kelly, or whatever in a mainstream kind of a way.
Just to kind of get a grasp, and Domo touch with me if you feel the same way. He's saying as though music progressed, we don't have the diversity, and I can feel like we have a lot of the same sounds, you know what I mean, within the genre. But like he even mentioned R. Kelly. I thought that was deep, only because like R. Kelly says itself, like, I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best singer as much as I make good music and I'm a lyricist and I can produce good music. But we had that spinoff. Even in my mama's day and age, we had James Brown, somebody who's a terrible singer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But this is agreed. This is unanimous. Okay. He was a terrible singer.
He said this is unanimous.
This is unanimous.
He voted for all of us.
My mama smoked weed with James Brown and shit. She told me, like, this is what's known about his generation. Like, James Brown was a terrible singer. He was known for being what? The king of soul.
Right.
I was the hardest working. I got soul. Ooh. Like, it wasn't so much.
He did sound like a smoker. He did sound like a smoker.
I didn't really sing. I didn't have octaves. But get on up. It was the fact that he had that band. That's why it's like we putting close. But that genre, as you say, that's why I related to. Like, you see it there.
For sure.
We'll say that wasn't bad singing. But you know what I mean. But what it was a difference in genre. Like in R&B, we had James Brown, we had Teddy Pendergrass, we had different feels. And right now, as radio is kind of getting, are you saying it's like generic?
For sure. I mean, I think the issue now is you can hear 10 songs on your Spotify playlist, and you think you listen to the same person, but you've listened to 10 artists. Yeah, that's really what the issue is. Like nothing is. Nobody's willing to step aside and put their voice forward. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that comes with all the effects and processing. When you put all the effects on it, everybody's voice starts to sound the same. You know what I mean?
Do you also think that has something to do with social media and how fast we can see how well something is doing so fast? You know what I mean? Okay, this is selling like this. They sound like this. Like, man, we can create that.
Like
for sure.
You know what I mean?
So
it's like this.
I feel like The Weeknd is the new Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
The Weeknd is the new Michael Jackson.
Right.
And he talks about drugs and heart.
I
can't feel my face with
She said that's why is that a jump? Why is that a jump, Domo? Let us know. Why is that a jump?
I don't think so.
Tell me, Domo.
I mean, The Weeknd is cool and all, but to compare him to Michael Jackson,
I don't think. No. By no means am I saying he's Michael Jackson.
He's
like
Michael Jackson. He's
no.
what the pop culture. How you just tried to say we can take a sound and emulate it again.
Right.
So The Weeknd didn't sound like Michael Jackson at
makes
first
me go
to
to
me.
sleep,
But
so,
if you look at the pop, I'm just talking about like the pop songs they put out. I Can't Feel My Face. That sounds like a Michael Jackson record.
Okay,
but 2018, but it's like it's not Michael. It's not the. We're not saying it's the same artist.
You can tie to Michael.
I'm not.
I personally think. I think Chris Brown is more towards Michael than The Weeknd. I think
Chris Brown was the remake of
the artist
Usher.
Overall.
Yeah, the artist. That's what I'm saying.
I think
he was the remake of Usher. I felt.
What,
Chris Brown.
No.
You know more about this. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Did you see The Weeknd trying to dance?
He's trying to do the Michael Jackson.
No, you saw him?
Chris Brown tries to do the Usher. Chris Brown tries to do the Usher. That's the only reason I say. Not maybe singing wise, but his whole thing was, we knew Usher when I came up. You were the moonwalking sideways guy. And then I get the next dude that can make like a. What if you remember the song? What was it? My Way. She likes it my way.
Yeah,
I can sing a little bit too. Sure. No, I can't at all. I was gonna ask you for some lessons after this shit because I feel like if I could have sung, I could have been one of them placebo niggas. Like, give me a couple octaves. I can dance. I can sign autographs. I'm good at that shit. Right. But I just don't have the training.
So, Gene, what? I mean, tell us what do you think? Are we off?
I mean, I would say
Chris Brown, Usher.
Well, I would say this, having worked with both of them for a long time, I would say that the thing that you're right about is that we all stand on the shoulders of the person behind us.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
Now, I think that what's happened with maybe certain people that you mentioned are probably, okay, for instance, before somebody stands on the shoulders of that person and they improve on that thing. Now people are standing on the shoulders and not as good as the thing they were standing on the shoulders.
It's a weakening recipe. Is
Right.
What you're saying.
So Chris Brown, for instance, standing on the shoulders of this one, or this one, is absolutely exceptional. Like, is hitting all the marks on all those levels. But the next person, will they be as good as Chris Brown? I don't know.
And that's because you're saying
in the studio, so I
because
don't- we
everything's
gonna find
coming
out.
to
I'm in
a
the studio,
like for instance, we're sitting here having a conversation where we're comparing The Weeknd to Michael Jackson.
That's crazy.
Because in a modern time, he is compared to Michael Jackson. But if you think about Michael Jackson as a singer, as a producer, as a writer, as a dancer, as a performer, as a everything, we're not even talking in the same context. I heard someone say that Frank Ocean was like the new Prince, and I felt like that was a bit disrespectful, even though I think Frank Ocean is amazing. I think he's a genius.
But I do know why they say
But
that.
it's a little crazy for someone
Because
to...
they
ain't even
both
light
come on
skinned.
pause. Because they both. That's all it is. That's all.
He
That's
said
all
they
it
both
is.
pause, but hold on.
No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's marketing. That's marketing and branding. We all know Prince to be the dude that got all the bitches, but outside, exterior, looking at his brand, this is funny right here. The
But if you play 9 instruments, you wrote and produced everything you ever did. You're
And you get
responsible
compared.
for some of the biggest music
Right.
that ever happened. It's a bit of a liberty for someone to come along and put out 2 or 3 little projects, and we now compare them to Prince. You know
But
what
that's
I'm
the
saying? Like when they
difference
say Ariana Grande and they're like Mariah Carey. It's like,
What?
this is the biggest selling female artist of all times. Ariana Grande is not Mariah Carey. Even though she's doing a version of it and she's standing on the shoulders of that, she's not as good.
Yeah. So you're
Period.
saying the volumes though. That's what's scary about where music's taking. I think I can relate it to hip hop. Being around the hip hop scene for about 10+ years. Hip hop, we'd say, is the same thing. So,
Same thing.
we're seeing the people that's getting compared to that don't really have the same
thing.
legacy.
Same
Well,
thing.
though, and I'm scared. I say LeBron's better than Jordan, and a lot of people will argue this because of the fact he ain't hold the same legacy that Jordan brought. You know what I mean? And we're living.
But he still has time.
We're living in a legacy right now where you don't have to have what you're saying, the same resume
Right.
to be compared to
Right.
who
That's
came
true.
before.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's
you don't.
scary.
You don't, and that's what's weird about the whole
And
thing.
what has that done for you in that industry and in that world? Because now it's like you are somebody who's wrote for some of the biggest artists. And I don't know, right now, and that's our doorbell, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you heard that on there. But
That's
we do
probably the
have
homie right there.
We do have working electricity and everything in this motherfucker. That's all that was to let you know. But
Yep.
that's your boy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's just more of the family coming through to the Raw
Cool,
station.
yeah.
For you right now in the industry, and like you said, you being in that scene, working with some of the biggest artists, and you seeing the state that R&B is in, what is your actual objective? And just to let the people know, what are you looking to do out here with your career and how to touch your people in the fan base?
Yeah, I guess that's part 2 to what I was talking about as far as like why this is such a great time for R&B. Because people are starved in mainstream for voices, they go and find us. You know what I'm saying? I'm touring. I'm doing shows everywhere, and I don't have no song on the radio right now. I don't have whatever, but all I have is that people, word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? People are like, yo, this is good R&B music.
Yeah.
Here, let me hand this off, you know what I'm saying? And that has created a base for me and for so many of us. Like, it's people you have never heard of that are doing, like, good ass-sized venues because people are reaching out and looking for that type of music. So I think accessibility is what makes it a great time for R&B.
Yeah,
It's just as easy for me to put my shit on YouTube or Spotify or Tidal or any of those things as a big name person. Sure. Now, all I got to do now is make you look. You know what I'm saying? And my voice will make that difference happen because no one's really singing now.
That's right. I can contest to that just firsthand. But I'm sure Domo know even like we got Zachary, you know what I mean, from TDE. But he'd been behind the scenes he was working on Soul's project, you know what I mean? And he worked on some songs with Schoolboy Q and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he comes out with the love song, you know what I mean? With you feel me? And it's still getting the most radio play right now. I still trip that didn't win a Grammy or nothing. I'm like, the only song I'm still getting bled with that I'm over with. Like, come on now. But like, love is going. And you know, like you said, this is somebody before you heard this song was working extensively in the cut with TDE and was probably helping produce some of the music you really love. You know, shout out Musa TDE, that's his artist. But you know, like, they put out a lot of stuff extensively in that R&B. Feel like you said, we set a vibe.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been able to see that firsthand. Like, Zach in the camp, like, he's played a lot of the background, even before, like you said, he had a song. Before you may have heard that song. So
I think that's the thing. Like, you know, if you think about every single time you sitting around smoking and people put on a vibe, none of the stuff they put on is on mainstream radio, right?
Right.
When you sitting around your friends, everybody's playing stuff that you ain't never heard on the radio ever in your life.
That's facts.
And that's why it's a great time for R&B.
Yeah. You get mad when they do play that. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit I heard on Power 106 all day today because my aux cord wasn't
Hearing
working.
that shit in my sleep. I'm not trying to hear that shit no more. If I hear, she said that she love me, I'm like, bro, Drake, god damn it, my guy.
And some people you love longer if the radio didn't play them.
That's
For
why,
real.
you know what? They
That's
can
your
play
cut?
that one part over and over again.
She said, so you want to just turn on that part?
That one part, and then after that, I'm done.
That's like a scripture.
Hey, I was in a bowling alley, and when that part came, the fucking bowling alley turned to a rave. Motherfuckers started jumping up.
It's a vibe.
People kept doing hot
That
water or
probably
some
would have been me
shit.
for a second, and I would have been chilled after that.
Freaking out, bro. Like, what the fuck is happening? Then it got quiet, and everybody went back bowling. Like, okay, that was weird. Yeah.
Oh, that part's over. Now you
Yeah.
keep the rest of the goddamn track.
Right.
She said that she loved me.
I tell her only.
Hardly.
Like,
That's
nigga.
that's the only part I like.
That
Drake
lets
can
you
say
know
anything
about
now.
the heart of a man, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Out here lying to these women.
So we speak. I feel like Drake when he said that part. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. Do you feel like a lot of music today is like it's getting lost in translation? Like it's losing its meaning. Like it's just
Love.
a bunch of the love. Like is people saying anything to you nowadays? Honestly,
I mean, I think yes.
Yes.
And I think
agree.
it's just a different conversation,
of-
a different way of, you know what I'm saying?
Express it.
It's
I
just
fuck
like,
with the
It's
Weeknd.
just like you could tell somebody's age by the slang they use. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
If somebody walked in
that's
the room
true.
and they calling you jive turkey and whatever else, like you know what era they
saying
come
he take his
from.
ass
You know
back
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
70s.
right.
Yeah.
These
Call me
kids,
jive
this
shit.
is how they speak to each other. This is how they. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
lit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not
it's
really
still-
our generation no
Right,
more. And
right.
we'll forget that. That it's like,
Real
this is
quick.
how they.
Yeah.
Because, I ain't going to lie. I was a clown dancer. And looking back on that shit, it was some goofy ass fucking shit we used to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then I see
I
them
kept
today.
walking my fingers one
you
time.
see this new shit they doing
Oh,
with the
right.
fucking.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
like,
flags.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? And it's funny,
Yeah.
but I'm like, this shit is so fucking stupid.
And the
But
little
I'm
white
like,
boy made it
we
up.
had the
Backpack,
wobble.
yeah.
We had it was the same shit.
Right,
Right.
Out here though,
Right.
and it was like
Okay,
it
do
was
you
cool
find
to-
yourself trying to learn those dances? Because I be trying to find myself trying to learn them.
We be mad that we
Back
old
in the days,
niggas,
I used to
dog.
get it, and now my nephews be like, "Girl, stop."
Yeah, I mean, only top half. If I could do something, and I ain't gotta
Yeah.
do too much.
I'm still
I'm
trying
not
to learn.
even see from a wheelchair position. I'll millie rock the fuck out of it.
You know
but
what?
then you get up and I gotta put the feet with that shit. It's like a cha cha with that shit.
Right.
Now I'm in that motherfucker really like my mom. I'm
Looking
in that
like Carlton and
motherfucking
shit.
cha-cha.
I'm still trying to learn that millie, and I cannot get it for the life of me.
You gotta start
it's
sitting
crazy.
down. You gotta start in a booster seat like a
No,
baby.
my
We gotta
nephew
start
said I'm
over.
too stiff. He said I don't
See.
do it. He don't scoop it right.
See, I can do the dances.
Right.
That's not a problem. The fact that I just don't like them. You know what I mean? Like my son, he jumped in the car and he was like, "Put
You
this."
be
on.
rolling your eyes.
I feel older shit. I'm 31 now. My son's
Yeah.
10, whatever. And I'm like, what is this? I changed. I'm like, you hear that shit? I'm like, you hear that? Yeah, I'm nodding my head. I'm got my arm out the mouth.
You over there doing the shoulder lean and shit. You over there
Right.
throwing them. mother-
And my son, he was like, "Dad, do this," and then he was like, "What's that?" He's like, "It's the floss or whatever."
Nigga, that's a Harlem Shake.
That's exactly
I
what it
want
is.
to
Y'all
know
niggas
that.
tried
That
to
is the Harlem
remix.
Shake.
Bro,
Y'all took away the Diddy shit and just
Exactly. They forgot. They just don't brush their shoulders off with me still. You know what I mean? Remember that little shit?
They dumbed our shit down and just swept it off.
Yeah, now
For
some
real,
little
yeah.
white kid with backpack.
No, they just stiffed it up and just went up. Just
Yeah, I'm
went
sick
to
of
it.
this
We
shit.
all
I know we getting
subject just for the fact of R&B music. If you are a lover, I'm a lover. I've been turning recently to Spotify because they got some dope
Yeah, for
playlists
sure.
when you subscribe. Shout out Nice Studios for giving me their account and letting me use their Spotify.
Hey.
But they have some dope playlists. But what are you referring to at the people right now? Outside of yourself, I'm not trying to deter from you, but what would you suggest R&B wise? What's to tune into, what to look for, and where? Because I don't know where to find good R&B.
Oh
music.
wow.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify is great.
Yeah,
You know, there's like a lot of like tastemakers and different blogs and stuff that really like highlight things. But definitely Spotify. Honestly, if you
that's
like
dope.
if
Yes.
you on Spotify and you got like 4 or 5 good playlists that cycle themselves over and over, you're gonna be, introduced to some new R&B.
I'm being completely honest. I did not. I literally looked up on the Spotify account. I start like just listening to them. I'm like, man, there's some dope playlists. I start just saving them.
Yeah.
But other than that, like if I listen to Pandora, like you said, and I was gonna relate back to that, you'll say a lot of the songs sounded like. But I'm the type of person I can ask about somebody in my living room, and my phone will tell me like, oh, here's somebody you might want to follow. And I'm like, nigga, you just heard me talking about this nigga 5 minutes ago. I've been on Instagram the last week showing niggas like I posted my kids Easter egg hunting, and next thing I know I'm getting sponsorships for the same exact dye I bought to dye the Easter eggs. Like what? But so I feel like even with the playlist, it's like you listen to Drake, they're gonna play Drake and artists like Drake. You listen to Kehlani, they're going to shout out Kehlani.
Yeah, and shout out to Gene Noble's playlist on Pandora where you can actually get a lot of R&B on that.
Matter of fact, if my shit wasn't up there doing the live, is it still live, Mike? Because it go black when the battery get low. It's Metro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't gotta play a part. I don't give a fuck. Okay.
It's raw vision, man. Ain't no vision like raw vision.
Unlimited LTE, $50. If I drop the extra 10, I can give you some Wi-Fi. I ain't gotta worry about it. Talking to these niggas every month. Them niggas tripping, looking for me, though. I'm looking for them. Like my shit been off 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Turn my shit back on.
Exactly. Raw vision. I comment on it. Tell them how it is.
Even for any aspiring R&B artists, I got a cousin, Ty. I don't know if she's watching, but she goes to UC Riverside and she sings and she goes to a lot of open mics. And she's trying to find her way in that industry right now. What would you say to any up-and-comers, young kids aspiring to do like some of the things? For you to be able to work with the artists you work with, and like you say, you have your Spotify and stuff, what would be some of the advice you give them? And like real advice, like it's raw vision. You ain't got to tell them work hard, this and that. You can tell them like if you sound bad to yourself, like just stop, nigga. Just go do comedy like BEEZ.
Today I read this. This is from Ninth Wonder, who's a big producer. And
for sure.
Artists,
shout out Ninth.
Artists for the millionth time, do the music you want to do. People don't know what they like until they are told to like it. Twitter allows you to see this in real time. And I screenshot it because that's the realest thing ever. If you are passionate about it, like I've done music in all different kinds of lanes, but somehow the songs that I feel the strongest about are the ones that everybody else feels the strongest about. Regardless of what type of a vibe it is, I could do something that's super commercial, super whatever, but the one that I feel the most is the one that people respond to whether I tell them that or not. Right. I think that's what everybody should just do, is do what you actually feel and don't like kind of lean just because of the times or whatever. Be true to what you are, because at the end of the day now there's a lane for everything. You know what I'm saying? There's space.
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna ask you, just as far as music, who do you look for from the past? Because I know you from our generation. You in the 30-year-old club.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at, or who did you look up to from our generation coming up that influenced you today?
Oh man, biggest would be D'Angelo. That was my biggest influence. Biggest influence.
I'm on my R&B shit today.
Y'all
can't tell me shit.
We're supposed to have an R&B playlist playing in the background.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Mike didn't hook that up.
Yeah, but D'Angelo definitely is the biggest influence. Prince, huge influence. But also Jodeci, R. Kelly, Boyz II Men. All of that was, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of hard for me to let somebody tell me. Yeah, 112. Come on, I'm from New York.
Let me tell you what I want to do.
Yeah, Carl Thomas.
Carl
Thomas.
And see those. I don't want to say those are short-lived. But like music, like some of the greatest R&B artists, I say, if I can just interject, were the people that I seen very short careers from. Like,
were they signed to Bad Boy?
Yeah,
Diddy did it.
Did he fuck him over?
It was all short.
Well, the incredible thing is that however short you're thinking about like those careers, like as far as like big mainstream success. All the records of them, they're still on the road singing today.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
and I go to their concert.
Erykah Badu, some of our biggest people.
Yeah, I love
sure.
When you said they realest music lasted, it's like I can't go look up albums of some of my biggest artists that I really love. I only had the songs that we all know and love. And Lauryn Hill, like we only got so much that they gave us.
Lauryn Hill? Classic.
That's my first boss. That's the first person I worked with in the music industry.
Look at
that. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that was my first crush.
Because I've been listening.
I swear to God, like no lie.
Was it from Sister Act?
Sister Act was my first crush.
Yeah.
I've been listening to
Yeah.
Zion.
Joyful,
shit.
joyful, Lord. Everybody
Yeah,
trying to sing because we got an R&B singer on here, so we think we can. Joyful,
I'm trying to have me hear my vocals.
We adore thee.
That's my favorite movie.
Joyful, Lord,
I
we
can watch
adore
that over
thee.
and over
Lord, we
again.
put number four.
Oh, he going.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I
really
mean,
a
if you're
movie
in
head.
our age range, you have to know though.
You have to know
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
Off
That's
top,
important.
off top.
You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
But yeah, that was my first boss.
That was the other dude.
That was your
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
That was your first.
You
Oh,
didn't have to
happy
dance
day. Oh,
moves.
happy day.
That was your first boss.
Uh,
That was my first job, my first professional
Was
job
she
in
an
the music
asshole or was she
industry.
sexy in real life?
I mean, she was a sexy asshole.
I gotta know.
You know what I mean?
That's what turned me on.
You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, like, I think it was the best experience for our first experience to have, honestly,
She's
because
so
I
chocolate.
learned so much. Yo, she's amazing. I think
so
first of
dope.
all, going into it, the place I put her in my head, you know what I mean? She's like this queen, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's kind of like I walked into it with a certain thing.
Right.
But I think what was amazing about it is she pushed me beyond any place that I had ever been before vocally as an artist. And the
I'm just
things I
living through
learned
you,
from that
brother.
experience have carried me through the rest of everything. Like, so even though it was not easy, it was the best way to come into the game because everything after that has been cake.
Did you ever get to like touch her? No pedophile, no weirdo shit. Like, did you ever get to hug her and like actually feel her skin against yours?
All right, man. All right.
I can't
Did y'all
remember
get like
ever.
a
You
hug?
being
Like,
real
oh, okay,
creepish
bye.
right
I'll
now.
see you tomorrow. And you got to just graze.
No,
like
I never.
chocolates.
We
Like
never
cheeks
hugged.
graze each other. So no.
We never hugged. But someone
Don't get on my
someone
nerves.
that's that powerful, their presence is so
You
big.
felt
can
it
feel
anyway.
it.
You can feel her
Yeah.
presence. You don't have
Like
to
how
touch
Jamie
her.
Foxx said about
Feel
her
Prince. You can
presence.
feel it. That's why I felt him talking about
Oh,
it
yeah.
right now, and I felt her spirit come in here a little bit.
Yeah.
I just really meditated.
So we start
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about, I start hearing that thing, that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that song and didn't listen to none of that shit in real life. Lauryn, at least some of the greats can't say, I tried to tell you, nigga. That thing
I mean, but
is
if you
gonna
think
fuck
about
you up.
it,
Yeah.
if you think about it now, like how special would it be now for a chocolate woman with long locks to tell guys and girls to watch out? Something. How amazing would that be? We can't even imagine something like
That's
that
scary.
happening right now. If you think about it, so imagine how amazing that was and impactful it was. Nobody black is even getting the kinds of awards she
Right.
was getting at that time,
That's true.
and being the woman she was and looking the way that she looked was so empowering. How many girls did we know that would try to dress like Lauryn Hill, that grew locks out, that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, there's not those images right now.
not
So
at
it's
all.
kind of
And
like,
I don't know if I'm a little off, but like I can remember Lauryn dropping it. Then even after that, it's almost like the Lil Wayne effect. Like when you had the Nickies and the Drakes come out, you had like these NDREs.
For
And you
sure.
had these
Yeah,
other
for sure.
neo soul,
For
but
sure.
she was the set off of like what you said was
Like
different.
Scott
This
and
isn't
Florida
commercial.
Street.
yeah,
This isn't commercial.
but it was the beginning of the end also too, because after that everything women started trending lighter, hair started trending a certain way. Everything there's virtually no dark skinned women anymore in mainstream.
Hey, for the dark
But shout out to
girls,
our
come
next
on.
guest from
I
Black.
need
From
y'all
Black.
to get. I need
we
y'all to
gotta.
get back in there.
You know what I
get
mean?
Yeah,
back
we
in the
know.
ring.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you
I
may
want
be
to see me. You know what I'm saying?
For real, no.
I wanna
I mean,
see me.
if you think about how impactful it was at that time. I mean, honestly, Lauryn Hill is also the Black Panther effect. You know what I'm saying? That
Nina Simone
visualization of yourself, that Nina Simone.
We needed
thing.
some
Yeah.
Nina Simone. I'm from the old school. My mom about 118 now.
So y'all notice that most of these songs mostly already talking about like they were like popping in the 90s. We agree that 90s was like the best, like the best time for.
But
Yeah,
I don't
early
want to
2000s.
sound like
Early
the old nigga.
2000s.
I can't say. I
that
can't
'cause I'm
say.
an old
Who was the
nigga.
best? 90s was the best time.
90s
I don't know about that.
If we
It was
argue
a
that,
great-
then I'm gonna have to go
Who
back
would
and
you
say.
say?
You go to 80s.
No, I was even gonna say maybe even the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There was a lot in.
Yeah, I was gonna
in
go
the-
back there because I
You
was
had,
raised by
like,
old people.
yeah,
So then I'm gonna look at like Nat King Cole, and I'm gonna go back there and be like, they shit was even emotional wise. Like if the world ended,
was in there crying
If the
on that
world
shit.
ended and we had to just put on that album, I might not want to hear all that. Oh, the single ladies. Oh, I'm gonna want to hear that real like.
But
Nat
I mean,
King
we have
Cole.
to say that we have to be very specific and say that it was a great time for Black R&B because Adele is R&B, Sam Smith is R&B, Alicia Cara is R&B,
I like
Justin Bieber is R&B, Selena Gomez is
Justin
R&B.
Timberlake, I love
That-
Justin too.
Justin
Justin-
Timberlake, that's R&B.
He got
so,
all black
so
band
we
and
can call it
everything.
what we want to call it, but
Right.
at the end of the the day, the music and the root of the music is coming from the me's, the writers and producers that are black and R&B. That's who's doing stuff. So
I think I see what he's trying to say. If I put it in context, we don't want to take nothing away from the today. Because even my mom and dad's heirs, they gonna put that on us. So we probably think it to be great because it was passed down to us, but that was their day and age. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't get me wrong, some of that doo-wop shit from back in the day, that quartet shit, 4 niggas singing and clapping, the barbershop shit, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But at the time, that was a real vibe.
Right, it was
and
a real vibe.
You can't deny that vibe. Like, niggas was smoking dope to that shit.
Right.
Like
Ray Shrimmer, Sway Lee, that's R&B, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Future, that's R&B.
I can't lie, that Power
Drake
Glide
is so
shit go
much
hard,
R&B.
too.
What's that?
Ray Shrimmer Power Glide right now with Juicy J.
Yeah.
You haven't heard that?
I'm gonna fuck
Dude,
y'all up.
they're
What about old
geniuses.
boy that
They're
do
geniuses.
the,
That's hard.
Geniuses.
What's old boy that snuck into the rap game that's killing him right now, and he keep putting out that Mickey
Drake?
shit? Say he not hip hop.
No.
No. Oh, the one that say he not
Post
hip
Malone?
hop. Post Malone.
Post Malone.
He keep putting
That's
out
R&B?
fire though. You be trying
Yeah.
to be racist like the goddamn white devil that snuck into hip hop with this good ass.
It's
With
good.
this good ass
that
music,
I'm
boy.
not
alone.
Yeah, it's true, but it's R&B, yo.
Oh,
It's
racist
true.
ass, using my culture ass.
All appropriating that.
Motherfucking boy, I fuck you 2018 Elvis ass. I fuck with you though. I ain't
Hey,
gonna deny
when
you.
I see him, I'm a fake, cuz.
She told me that I'ma rap all over. Cuz hip hop. I'ma rap all over.
Can't deny it though. I ain't gonna lie. That
I heard
fall
it in
apart
the
shit. Me
liquor
and my
store
kids
and
be
it
singing that
touched my
shit.
soul, and I was mad that it was him. Like I felt like the same way I feel like Black Israel's feel about white Jesus. Like God damn, this bitch, dog.
Right.
Ooh, he done came through again.
Yeah.
With the scruffy facial hair, like he don't take care of his body and nothing like that. He just out here.
Any
gotta
real
be
nigga
jamming
can
to this
relate.
shit.
That's why I think he's saying it's a spirit. Cause
I'm also saying that the face of it is white.
okay. And don't get me wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
To
I'm
be
also-
honest, we've
yeah.
seen that since Cadillac Records.
For sure.
We've seen that since all through the music industry.
Yeah.
Some of like what he say, the biggest, what was his name in there? The Most Def played him. Muddy Waters, not Muddy Waters. He
Oh,
played,
you talking about
Cadillac Records? He played
Chuck Berry.
Chuck
Okay.
Berry.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, you see where he go down for fucking on the white bitches,
Right.
and he go down. But when he get out of jail, it's the Beach Boys with his
Stole
whole
his
shit,
stole his
and
whole
he
swag.
can't do nothing but like, cause he's the master. He can't do nothing but sit there and critique it, like, oh, they took the same sound, the same shit, put
the
the
swag.
surfboard swag on it, and,
Right.
and took my shit. But like Chuck Berry will probably, I can't say that. I don't know if they recognize him now, cause I know him now.
He's in the
later.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. But you know what I mean? Like, but he probably won't be as remembered as. I don't know if he's
Right.
over the Beach Boys, and it's like, nigga, I made the Beach Boys.
Right.
I made the Beach Boys.
I think that's what was it Adele who was when she won that award that Beyonce hasn't won yet, and she was saying, and she was kind of saying, yo, if Beyonce hasn't earned this award yet after all she's done, then what could she possibly do to get this award?
Because she basically
From
like,
Adele saying
Yeah,
that.
And if you
somebody
hear
had
that
to
from
say
a
it.
reptilian, I don't know if you know, but there were some blogs out saying that she's a reptilian, and I believe in this Illuminati shit. Do you know? If I don't know if you sung with her, that she do the rattlesnake shit or any weird?
It's nothing. None of that. It's none of that.
It's
Honestly,
all earthly.
You know what? It's
All right.
really.
She's a human, y'all. I gotta.
You know, I'm gonna tell you. It's also a product of vanity. You know, because a lot of executives in America and the U.S. would never sign a girl that size, that looked like that. Doesn't matter what she was singing about, talking about, writing about. And they've, even after seeing that success, they still are like, nope, we ain't signing no big bitch. We're not doing that. We're not doing no singer songwriter shit. They still wouldn't do it. So you know, that's really our own fault. Like, because that's why she comes over from London and pounces every single year.
And she can sing.
Yeah, because she can really sing, and she's doing what we're missing. She's doing
Yeah, that's
everything
what-
that's
that's
missing.
what people
If you
want.
think about "Hello," that song from her, right? And if you think about the song "Hello," right? Put it in the '90s. And think about anyone from the 90s. Toni Braxton, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige. You could go down that line. Everybody else is tearing her apart in that song. She's alone. There's no one else here.
Right,
so,
right.
you know,
Yeah.
that's really what we're talking about.
Who would you say right now has one of your favorite voices? Like in
Jasmine Sullivan,
Oh my
I
God.
think is amazing.
Do you know my?
Amazing.
Do you know that's my favorite
I'm gonna
song?
keep singing, y'all.
And
I ain't
then
gonna stop.
the Cold Celestine.
I'm gonna get signed.
Can I tell you the real though? The Cold Celestine of life, the acid trip of life. I was looking for a co-host. I reached out to Richie.
Yeah.
Me and Richie sat down, had a meeting and stuff. He said he gonna come compliment me on the show. So it was the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
At the time, I wasn't even aware of the Insecure background.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
tell me. But now again, Spotify. This is on one of the Spotify's top lists. This Jasmine Sullivan song. So I saved it. I've been playing it. Everybody around me love this song,
Yeah.
and it's like one of my favorites right
Yeah.
now. So then he's like, "You on Insecure too?" And I remember my eyes lighting up, like, bro, like I watched a little bit of this show, but I ain't watched the show as much as I've listened to this one song. So to say in music, like, you know what I mean? She's that big. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm a real placebo. I don't know who's really what or you know what I mean?
She is so
Jasmine's
underrated
that
to
big
me.
right now that's who you get that song touched me, and I only know it through Richie, through the Has a Trip of Life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine Sullivan is hands down.
I thought I was
singers in the
tripping.
world.
I thought it was drugs.
I went
Like,
to her
oh, she's really
concert and
good.
was almost in tears, man.
Oh
She
yeah,
gets you.
yo, she
was almost in tears.
Almost
No,
in
yeah.
tears.
I gotta go
That-
listen to the whole
Exactly.
shit now.
Ain't
If you
front.
go to see Jasmine Sullivan live and you don't feel nothing,
You don't feel nothing.
you're not alive.
Yeah.
Then you a reptilian.
You are not alive.
Yeah.
You cold blooded.
No, for real.
What about as far as the
touched
fellas?
There's so many.
Weekend.
He said the Wickeds.
No,
made
you know what? I
music
really.
for druggies.
Who am I listening to now? I really like Sir. I love that album.
That's
Sir.
crazy.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I love
My wife-
that.
I beat his ass in ping pong.
Xavier Omar.
Aw,
That's
man.
dope. First of all, I think
He
Luke
beat
James
himself.
is an incredible,
yeah.
incredible singer. Luke James is
Yeah.
really, really.
I heard
dope.
him on
Yeah,
Spotify.
Yeah,
Luke
he's
James
really
is
dope.
fine.
He
BJ
the one that
Chicago
got the little
Kid
Jimi
is
Hendrix
incredible.
feel.
Yeah,
He on the front of the album with the shirt on. I thought it was funny because
Okay,
I
I
would.
do have a question though.
Yeah.
Why is it the people who have the best voice, who can, like Jasmine, like Luke, why you don't see them?
Because they in the real
blackness.
Exactly.
No, for real. Like, I mean, honestly, unfortunately, our narrative is being defined by numbers and by people who see like, oh, okay, such and such got 5 billion views or whatever. So let's just put money into this quick, fast, whatever, as opposed to taking the
To
long
real
haul
talent.
and developing.
Right.
You know,
It's become an algorithm.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you
It's
just
analytics
look like
and
you can
algorithms.
carry this brand,
Right.
we gonna put the pump into you.
Yeah.
Versus looking for, like, back in the day, it was like we're going in alleys looking for. We're calling Eddie James off the street or something. Like, come in the hotel and sing for us. You know.
I think also people aren't. What's also changed is that people aren't expecting people to be good live because no one's good live anymore. Like no one is even expecting people.
The
to
ones that
Mariah
they're
Carey.
They're leaning off of. They're leaning on their you know the hit songs. They're leaning on the fact that they have hit songs as opposed to actually going out there and killing it. You know.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah, 'cause
that makes a big
impersonates
difference. So
Yeah.
And
so
what do you
now-
think is the difference in that in music? Because I look, the only thing I know, I'm a movie head. I watch movies like The Temptation. It was practice. Everything had to be on point. Every octave, everything had to be right. We live in a generation, like you said, if we can beat the case, fast production. Now you're even getting an artist that is under. We're not producing the Michael Jordans of the league. Like you can sing mediocre. We got voice machines for it.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's we all are now creating. I mean, I don't know when the last time I've been in the studio to write. I do everything on my laptop by myself, and so that changes everything right there because a lot of people have never had. I happen to have years of touring experience, live show experience, grew up in church, so I've been performing live my whole life. A lot of these kids only have recorded on their laptop with their headphones, so they've never been on a big stage. So you go from that to being, like for instance, like the Bryson Tillers or something like that, to being that BET experience at the Staples Center, from recording on your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no betwing. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it with
So,
hip hop
You said
artists.
Tiller can't perform live.
That's not exactly what I said. But
It's a- he
what
said
I
it's a
did
lot
say
of
is
niggas.
it's
All
an
these niggas
unfair,
have-
like
Nah,
they're at a disadvantage because they've never done it. Is
Nah,
all
I
I'm
hear
saying.
you.
So
Shout
it's
out
like you
Tiller,
can't
man.
expect somebody to
Trap
come
Soul.
out.
Trap Soul is one of my favorites.
It's
I fuck with Trap
amazing.
Soul
It's
heavy.
amazing. But I just only used him as an example
I get
because
you.
he's somebody who recorded his stuff
Because
himself.
somebody told me that. She was like, I want to go see Bryson Tiller. He sound the same live like he do on his album. She said, take it for that. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, you tell me. And I'm like, what? She's like,
I feel the same way about
he
Dom
didn't sound-
Kennedy. We're gonna be out niggas like I'm Kennedy backstage. Dom Kennedy. I'm like the homies. I'm sorry, dog. TD. We really trained for this shit. The homies is nice on stage. Like all the homies got stage presence.
Yeah.
There's a certain swagger to this. I don't like niggas that get on stage and yell their lyrics at me. Don't just yell at me.
Yeah.
This my kind of party. Hell, the girls in the lobby. This my nigga. You better sound like the album,
But
nigga.
right.
got swag. But there's a lot of hip hop artists out here that, like he said, they can go from being little to big, and in front of that
So
crowd,
fast.
I don't know how to project it. Same way I'm saying I have terrible mic control. You get on a bigger stage, you don't know how to control this mic. Now you up there just screaming at people, or
Look
you up
at,
there.
look at Cardi B, and I think she's done an amazing job.
You don't have to
That
cover
last-
for Cardi.
that
She's
last-
single now.
that
Offset ain't
last,
coming for you.
That last Billboard performance was
over.
actually dope as hell. That was dope as hell. But imagine she went from nothing to
she
the
is
highest
now.
of
That's
heights.
hard.
You can't
Fast.
you can't
Fast.
expect somebody and I believe that she's moving fast. Like she's actually improving fast. She's working her ass off because you could tell, you could see the work being done.
Right,
but
right.
We're talking about someone who went from 0 to 100 in
Real
seconds.
quick.
Got a
So,
bag and
you
fix
know.
her teeth. I'm living by that shit right now. Raw,
Yeah.
bitch,
Everybody
give me
saying
a
that.
bag. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Go Cardi B my whole mouth.
Yeah, for real.
They ain't gonna be mad
Listen, I
at
don't even
me.
have a bag. I'm about to do that shit.
You can't be mad at Cardi though. But no, I can imagine Cardi B worse than Dom Kennedy live. I just
No, she's
imagine.
not. I wasn't saying that. My point.
No,
was
I was saying
going
that. I think
again,
that.
my
I will
point.
bet money. Me and you gonna. Hey, let's see how Cardi B sound like. And then I'm gonna pay the DJ and just cut off all the goddamn music.
Nah,
Let me wrap my weave up. This is my gasoline up.
I'm telling you, yo, she's dope. That Billboard performance was crazy. She killed that.
It was dope.
Yeah, she
I ain't
killed
even
that.
seen
You'll be
it.
surprised. You'll be
She was
surprised.
straight.
She did amazing.
I'm gonna be honest. I fuck with Cardi B on the James Brown effect.
Right.
Bitch, this bitch is the soul right now.
Yeah.
This bitch be on Instagram with the whole motherfucking like, what is it? The iron to the weave. Like, hey man, my edges ain't pressed. I'm like, it's a real bitch we got on the stage
That's
right
been-
now.
but that's
you
been
gotta
since the
respect the
beginning of time,
real.
yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's been
She
since the
definitely
beginning of time.
can fit in raw vision because she raw. You know what
If
I
she
mean?
came down here right now, I'm putting the baby in Offset girl, dog.
Too
I'm
late.
fertile. I'm fertile. I'm a good kid. I eat a lot of walnuts. I eat a lot of protein.
Yeah, get that in your life.
Cardi, how you wrap that weave up.
Oh,
Oh, shit,
God.
wait a
Come on,
minute.
man.
I'm not wrong for that.
Oh,
We
wait
talking
a-
about R&B. We shouldn't even have got on hip hop.
Wait a minute. Why is this here? Wait, how do we feel about gay guys singing in R&B? Who's gay singing in R&B today?
Frank Ocean.
Frank, who else?
That's a couple.
Sam
They
Smith.
cool. To be honest, there's a couple in hip hop and Amber.
Nah, Sam.
There's a
Nah,
couple
he's
over
having
there.
everything.
To be honest,
Ocean.
gay people make good clothes, good music, good food. Gay people do their art shit though. That's what
Yeah.
they do. So I can't necessarily say I don't
No.
want gay people music.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just listening to Sam
Are we
Smith
talking
shit
about
like
the
2 days
openly
ago.
gay ones or the ones?
Openly gay, maybe different. Like if they start making albums about sucking meat, and then I got, I'll be like, man, you know, I can't fuck with that album.
They come
It's
in-
fire though. That sucking dick so
They
fire.
come in like,
Oh my
boy.
What do you think about? What do you think
Suck
about?
your meat just like a matador. Sucking your dick just like a matador. I'm like,
So what do you think about? What do you think about the internet?
haters sucking dick on these haters, dog. Sucking dick up on these haters. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
oh.
So we're not gonna use Skywalker as the song though.
That's what I'm saying. If Skywalker fire,
not
but if
using
you
that.
put sucking dick on there, I'll be like, I must object.
But don't
As fire as the beat,
too
as
long.
fire as it is.
Okay. So then I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the internet then?
What do you mean as far as?
Talking about the Sid. And
Yeah,
them?
about Sid and the internet.
No, they're dope. See, I
They're
love
dope.
Sid.
I'm
The
lost.
internet, the group.
The group, the internet.
Oh shit.
They're led by Sid,
Oh, no,
the
they
girl,
don't.
and she sings.
Oh,
the
they've
girl.
been out for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah. Oh, what's up with them?
What they sing?
Well,
Give me
Sid
something.
is a
She's
girl. She
androgynous
sings to
as well.
girls.
Yeah, she-
Yeah.
Oh, she sings to girls.
Kind of
Yeah.
like that with Dave
Yeah.
Slow. Am I wrong about her?
No,
The
they
girl from
Yes, you are wrong.
Yeah, she's on. Yeah.
What's the girl? What's the girl that was
He
in
said
the?
that-
What's the girl that was in the New Wood movie?
Mic check, mic check. You are wrong.
You said the
Dave Slow. I'm sorry.
girl
what's
that
Dave
was
Slow?
Yeah.
girl that was who?
The girl that was in the New Wood.
They got New Wood?
Yeah, it was in Inglewood. It had Stacy in it.
Get out of here.
It had A$AP Rocky in it.
Oh, you talking about Dope.
Yeah, that's the New Wood.
The new wood.
You talking about Dope, right?
What's old girl that was in there?
The
Little
light-skinned
gay,
chick?
sexy chick. Yeah.
I thought ain't she the actress though?
Oh, the actress chick.
I thought
from
she
Empire
sung.
or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know
I thought
they
she was a
both.
singer.
They,
Okay.
Let a nigga try me. Try
So,
me. She
but
can't
that
bar
does-
with that
so
shit.
that
I
doesn't-
fuck with Deja. No, I fuck with Deja.
She's like a little lamb.
But
Family.
So
And that's all I see what you
so
saying.
somehow it's okay for Sid to be
Ooh,
this.
I see what he, but he made
That's
it deep
what-
But you know, a lot
Because
of people get it twisted
I
up.
will let a bitch sing to my bitch while she suck my dick. I'm not gonna let Frank Ocean
my God.
sing to my bitch while she suck my dick. Ooh, that nigga dick tastes so good. And my bitch, yeah, don't it? You hear Frank talking to you?
I think it's the same because like guys will watch guys
feel
probably
me?
watch
I see what he brought
lesbian
up.
porn versus gay porn. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But I also
it's
think we're getting a little far as like
Music.
I mean no. I mean I don't think they have to be talking about sucking no dick just to be necessarily expressing an emotion.
Emotion for underrated.
Right.
No, you're right.
That's
You're right. That's the
That's
the overestimate.
Yeah.
I was trying to say now.
Like that's going from 0 to like.
I thought of the worst. I thought of the worst gay music. And in the generation, I'm only judging it. I'm only judging with what I know. Like, damn, like hip hop. This shit is very vulgar, very to the point.
Right.
R&B, very vulgar. I don't see the love music in the gay music as much as it be just as vulgar as the male music is.
I was
we fuck. You feel me? This is Tank. This is Tank nowadays.
I was listening to Sam Smith. My pops was like, he probably singing to a dude. I'm like, well, he ain't mentioning no dude name. Like, he's just singing about love. Like, I'm listening to
But
this shit.
I think that's part of the audience, and this may be scary though, because we live in an era to where homosexuals have been suppressed, and they now coming out like, hey nigga, we deserve to be here, and I get this. But then even for me in comedy, I got a lot of left field jokes. I will say the rawest of shit. I'll say some shit Satan gonna laugh at. You feel me? And I'm like, these are just jokes though. Everybody should be able to laugh. But I know it's certain jokes for certain people. And when I get on that stage, everybody's here. So I actually have to cater to a homosexual audience. I actually have to, if I make domestic violence jokes, I have to cater to an audience of women that may need to really know these are jokes. So
But I think it's the same thing you're saying.
And music,
if you are a person who wants your music to reach as many people as possible, you have to cater to as many people as possible.
Right.
So that means taking out
your
if
personal.
it's dick
How you
or whatever
really
you
want
want,
it.
whatever
Yeah.
the thing is.
I really want to make a song about sucking dick, but I can't do that.
Or
BEEZ ain't gonna
you can
listen
make
to
it.
it.
You can make it and sell it to a female that would sing a song about sucking.
Yeah.
dick.
Right.
Just put
You know what I'm
Beyonce
saying?
on it. And watch how many.
You know?
Beyonce got a song about sucking
Keep it
dick.
classy.
She said,
Oh,
no,
boy,
Beyonce
that's
don't
it.
suck
You know,
anything.
No.
you don't know. It might have been a nigga
I
that
mean,
came up with
watermelon.
surfboard or whatever.
Right.
Watermelon. It might have been a
Get the
dude
water.
singing
Hey,
like
I
no
can be
lyrics.
honest.
I could definitely
You
see a
don't
gay
know.
dude saying surfboard.
If you take your highest song and you picture your gayest homie singing it, you'll for sure swear he made it. I just, when y'all said that, I just really pictured every gay nigga singing like every song I love, and it fit perfectly.
Exactly.
Like, who was in the studio coming up with this riddle?
Yeah.
Surfboard, riding on that thing, shit, write it down, riding on that thing, ride, whipping his shit. He ain't even fucked that much. He just know, girl, you know you be riding on this dick and riding on that thing. And I'm like, damn, dog, like these gay niggas got the
God.
recipe, dog.
Fuji. Well,
Just keep it Disney for us, though. You feel me? Like, leave me a little PG so I can still fuck my bitch to it.
I feel you. And they are doing it. I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't
they
heard them
absolutely
talk
are. I've
about,
never heard
you know,
any song that went the
I didn't like
direction you
Frank.
went at
I
all.
like Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
I like
heard-
Frank Ocean. Can I be honest? What is his song? Pink Matter. Frank Ocean.
Pink Matter.
Pink Matter.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And he's low key rapping about like with vagina and all. They got Andre 3000 on it. Andre 3000 on
Was
it.
it the last album? Was on Blonde?
It was this shit. I want to say it was on that with the orange. one.
Channel Orange.
I want to say it was on Orange, but it was one called Pink Matter, and he rapping about what sounds like to be vagina. But now we know, like, so he might have been talking about like circumcised.
Or better yet, we know that he likes both. Because
he
I
like
think
both,
I think he's
but
been pretty
then
clear about liking
Andre
both.
3000 verse made it real mysterious, and I didn't check it till after he came out the closet because I'm one of them niggas that like gay shit till you let me know it's gay. I don't know what that say about me, but I'll be all for some gay shit. The name and all that, like, hey, what this shit gay? She mean this shit gay? I can't do the nay no more around the homies. So I be with it and try to find out. So then I'm like, Pink Matter, and they like, Frank Ocean gay. I'm like, what you mean, Frank Ocean gay?
Right.
I had to go back and listen, and I'm like, I heard Andre. He's like, goddamn Ocean. He say something to Frank Ocean about his water so deep, and someone was like, see, that's that gay shit. You just slipped into the soft R&B now, and now I feel away every time I listen to Pink. I got to turn off Andre 3000 verse.
Yeah, I think that's more in your head, man.
Yeah,
I don't think
it is, yeah.
I don't think that's actually
I
happening.
think it would have been better if nobody had let me know he was gay because it was fire.
Well, I
it
think-
was fire.
But I
bro.
actually think that's you know, I think that that's the thing. A lot of people just never say because it becomes that's the only focus.
it becomes-
That,
'Cause you
that
gonna
becomes
deal
the
with-
focus
you know
of what you want to
what?
talk
I'm
about. as
immature.
opposed
You
to-
don't have to deal
but
with
you know
the
what, though?
immature society. We
Hey, but-
retarded.
but-
Nigga, you told me this shit was about pussy, then it might be about dick. I'm not even gonna take the time to
But
listen
exactly
to
though,
you.
I think the fact that he didn't make it so much about like, you know, sexual acts or one like that, and the fact that I think they have,
Frank made good
it's
music, don't get me
important.
wrong.
It's important to say that he's gay because he's like, yeah, I'm gay, but I made some music you like. Like, is that so wrong?
Can
to
I
me?
be
You know what I
honest?
mean? Like, I think that's dope.
I can vouch. I think you'll tell me if I'm wrong. I vouch at a time when Frank came, and I do feel like that aspect of what you're saying. We need different flavors of shit. He is our
Right.
Teddy Pender. If we do going by our same analogy, like, it don't equal up, but shit, dog. This the closest we got. He our
He
Teddy
said Teddy
Pender,
Pender.
dog.
I thought T-Pain was Teddy Pender. Nah, I'm playing.
Oh,
He said that.
T-Pain is what's his face? Computer love.
What's
Zappin'
that?
Roger.
Yeah, that's
Zappin'
Roger.
Roger
dog.
Troutman.
I mean, I think you know, especially in black culture, we just got to grow up, like, because it's
I agree.
really, it doesn't, none of the
Yeah.
shit really matters at the end of the day, and I think it puts us in at a disadvantage, and we're behind the curve with all of that.
You
shit.
think Frank did that though? I agree though. I'm gonna be when all jokes aside, because I'm very much a dry joke left side. All jokes aside, in an area to where it is like, damn, we created. I can understand this issue. Why? Because black people had this issue. Like, damn, we doing a lot of shit over here, and we ain't getting motherfucking credit for it.
Right.
And motherfucking shitting on this and spitting on this. Like,
Right.
why we creating this shit? I'm watching them and they kids dance too. BEEZ was in there all pink mattered down and shit until I told him I was part. But it's like we influencing their culture. We moving them.
Right.
And we're not getting the credit. So then I felt like Frank in my generation, he was pivotal because like you question the move, but then you had, I feel like any intellectual person understood the move. Like, I'm making great shit. I'm Grammy nominated. I think I have to make a stand for maybe all these other people that I do know, whether even outside of R&B. It's not just R&B. Like I said, arts, period. If you go to fashion, anything, your fashion designers, all these people,
Right.
like, we not getting a lot of credit where it's justified and due. And I'm very stereotypical. I'm going to give Mexicans credit for what they do, Asians credit for copying. I give people credit for what the fuck they do. Hey, gay people, they create all the fly shit that we like to wear, the shit, music we listen to. This is what they do. So then it's like, if we can't recognize that reality, if we got to say that it's not them creating, demonize them, and then still take what they giving us,
Right.
now we're living in a fake place. We do know that these Ferragamos and all this shit we like wearing, niggas is sucking dick to make this shit. You
Oh,
feel me?
God.
And that's all. I'm not saying that's wrong, but you gotta know. Like, if you ain't accepted that, like, nigga, hey, your hottest R&B album, a nigga had to suck some dick to make this shit, motherfucker. Do you?
that's
And you
BEEZ,
can
man.
still groove to it. Like, hey,
I
my
think
nigga.
you know. I think
I agree. I'm not saying that's wrong.
That's I mean,
That's in the realest context. That's in the rawest context, right?
Wow, I mean that's in the rawest context, and we are on Raw Vision, so that's what that is. But
I
I will.
appreciate you for staying with me.
I think the only thing I'll say to add to that is I think, you know, just to pull back on one stereotype, I think
Right.
we kind of get caught up and specify, oh, that, you know, gays give us the arts or something like that. But honestly, you don't know who's gay. So at the
That's
end of the
true.
day,
Right.
you know, we're talking about in every aspect of life, whether that's, you know, on the football field, on the basketball field, your cops, your firefighters, your whatever it is. You know, someone's sexuality isn't on Front Street. It's just that people in the arts feel more free to express it.
That's
So that's
true.
what's happening.
That's facts.
So
That's the stage
every
you do
single
to be
world
expressive.
that you're watching your favorite team on a sports channel, somebody on that team
Somebody.
is gay.
Oh, absolutely.
You're watching your
I
favorite
said
this
all
or
the
that or
time.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
Uncle
you're not,
Phil.
you know what I'm saying? So it's I think that sometimes we get a little too specific with that. And
That's what-
are you
that's
going to turn away from your team if you find out one of the players is
Right,
gay? No,
right,
you're going to still
If-
fuck with
Hell
your team.
no,
you know
not if
what
he's
I'm
my
saying?
best blocker. You better get your gay ass up there and block, baby. I'm going to the house,
So
baby.
real quick.
I'll pitch it. I ain't catching. I'll be backing you,
Real quick
baby.
before
You
you
gonna
wrap
run
up. Hold
there
on,
and block.
hold on, Beez. Let me catch you real quick. Real quick before you wrap up. So LeBron come on and say he gay. Is he still better than Jordan?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't, if you feel like he is, then he's still
No,
is.
no, I just
No,
fucking with Beez.
yeah, all that he was talking. All that you was talking.
But look,
Yeah.
man.
Why that nigga didn't wear one of the pink little cancer ribbons and let a nigga know it's something? Nigga just out here dunking on masculine and shit, sucking dick in the cut. I need to know this shit before I start repping for it, nigga. I need to know what his breath smell like, nigga. I'm out here. Hey, LeBron, the best nigga. Oh, you pause, nigga? Yeah, hey, Frank Ocean behind me and all of them. Me too. Damn.
Hey,
I've been
look,
rapping
so,
for pause
hey, G,
niggas all
man,
my
I
life.
swear, it's some people you gotta pray for. And
Hey,
yeah.
man, this is the wind up, the wind
Yeah,
down part of
for
our
sure.
show, man. So we want to let you
I'm
being our special guest. So we want to let you anything you want to put out, man. You want to sing a little song for whatever you want to do
We
right
do
now.
that on Raw
We're gonna
Vision.
give you
I
your
mean, you
time,
talking
man.
about niggas can't
Anything,
go live.
anything you want to put, anything you want to
can go
say,
live.
anything. This is your time right now. Whatever you want.
Man, I have literally nothing else to say except for that my new music comes out in May. I have music on everything already. That's Tidal, Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit. You can look me up, Gene Noble. I'll be on tour all summer with Sting, and then I'll be doing my own solo tour at the end of August.
Nice.
See, that's why I need to shut the fuck. Why didn't nobody tell me to shut the fuck up? This man doing all types.
See, hey,
you come
Gene,
back and do
Gene,
like
could
a
you-
part 2.
Gene,
yeah.
could you give us a little something on you?
Look, I would, but we've been so homophobic, I don't even know if I could sing in front of niggas, right?
No,
have to leave the
no,
room. I can sing
I was just listening. I was just listening to Sam
It was
Smith.
all jokes. Nigga, it was all jokes. You one of them good singing niggas. Hold on. Nigga, Teddy us. Nigga, no, I know nobody talking about that. Was jokes.
Fucking around, I'm like sitting here like, damn, they gonna pause me if I start singing.
I'll back you up.
I want to hear. Ain't too many. I don't get this opportunity to sit in front of people who actually sing. You know what I mean? I got cousin brothers, they sing too, but they come around sparingly. So I be wanting to hear something. If you can bless us, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, shit,
Take me to
we
church or something.
take you to church. What you want to hear? What you want to hear from church?
I won't complain. So.
It's
What
Easter
is
Sunday.
that? Oh, that's
Yeah.
deep. That's like
I like to praise his
Take
name.
me to
That's what I
church.
Just
like.
give us a little something. Just, whatever you want, whatever you feeling. Whatever you feeling.
Dang.
I fuck with the gospel. Turn me down. Please turn everybody else down, my man.
He said, "I fuck with the gospel."
On my mama.
Yeah, we can't. You can't say I fuck with
You
the
know
gospel.
what?
We can't.
Kurt
You
Franklin, I'm
cannot
trying to
put
mix
it-
the world in the South.
You can't put that
I'm trying to bring them
You
together.
can't do that. You
Get a
can't
little
do that.
Fetty Wap. Little Fetty Wap, a little Mary Mary.
All right, Snoop
got-
did it, so
Go
okay,
ahead.
fine.
Go ahead, James. The floor.
Hit us.
So I'll just sing some Stevie Wonder or something. Easy enough, right? Yeah. Here we are in love together, just you and I. God has made a chance to see me through. I fucked that word up. But I have strength in you. Oh, but in my mind, we can conquer the world. In love, you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I. In my mind, we can conquer the world. Oh, in love, you and I, you and I, you and
Off the album, deeper than Franklin Ocean.
Yeah, I don't even want to come through. I was gonna come
Gotta give
through
it up.
after that, but I don't even need to. Anyhow, man. Hey, man, this.
That shit was so fire. I got caught up playing the spiritual organ and almost.
I ain't gonna show that. I ain't gonna show that shit to my wife. She ended up following me on Instagram or something. Yeah, my wife followed me on Instagram. What you gonna follow him for? You heard him saying? Hell. Hey, man, it's been another great episode of Raw Vision.
Yo, man, thank y'all for having me. I really
Please
appreciate
come
y'all
out
coming,
again.
man.
Please
Absolutely.
come sing to us again. Come fuck with us again.
Our special guest,
Absolutely,
man.
Gene
Let him
Noble,
know,
thank
Gene
you.
Noble, man. And also, Domo.
Yes,
thank you.
Domo.
for
Big
coming.
Domo gonna be around. We kind of over talked, and that's
Thank you
because
for the
it's all.
estrogen in the
Ma-
room.
You want to bring your husband up? Hey, shut the fuck up and let my wife talk a little bit. Y'all niggas on there, my nigga. You done called her up here talking about. My fault. Next time we gonna let the women speak a little
in
more because
here.
I know it can get a little masculine in here and shit.
We in here.
No, I can
It's Raw
handle it.
Vision.
There, it's Raw Vision. We
It's Raw Vision and we out.